Good evening and welcome in to Chevrolet Field here at Falcons Stadium as the Austintown Fitch Falcons get set to host the Jackson Polar Bears here in week 2 of the OHSA football season. Chris Sigler here with you tonight as the Falcons looking to get back on the winning track for Coach TJ Parker in his 6th season. 0-1 are the Falcons last week. Went to Hudson and came home with a defeat 28-14. DeAndre Richard keeps doing it every week, 224 yards rushing, but it just wasn't enough. Colin Callagher, 11 of 15, 117, and a touchdown through the air. 7-0 was the score at halftime. Able to draw even, but every time that the Falcons would draw even or within a score, Hudson had an answer and was able to pull away late in the fourth quarter and come away with the 28-14 win. In week 2, the experience for the Falcons really needs to step up and take over. Brady Evans, look for him to get involved to help offset this rushing attack. And this defense going to have to get back to where they were at the beginning of last season when they were giving up just 17 points a game. The last 6 games of the season, including last week as well, 28 points a game for this experienced Falcons defense. The Polar Bears under Coach Jay Rohr, 1-0, defeated Chardon last week, 35-13. They were without 4-year starter at quarterback Lucas Eckerman, but Carter Mulliman stepped in tremendously. 3 touchdown passes through the air, and Chase Maurer, 2 touchdowns on the ground, including a long 78-yard run. This is going to be a great challenge for this Fitch defense. Last year, Fitch defeated Jackson 27-17. Jackson, co-champs of the Federal League just a year ago, looking to keep things moving as they made it into the postseason last year. Iluno and Richard back deep. And that's Iluno. Out over the 10, avoids the tackler, and he's going to be brought down just shy of the 15-yard line. This Falcons offense will start out 1st and 10. Callagher will start in the pistol formation with DeAndre Richard as the tailback. 3 wideouts, 2 near side. That's Reed in motion. Handoff goes to Richard. He avoids a tackler out over the 15, and he's brought down at the 16-yard line. Corey Jacobs in on the stop. Second and 6. At the Fitch, 18. Sidecar is Richard. Give to the tailback, and he's out up over the 20, still on the loose. He has daylight in front of him, 50. One man to beat. Jacobs is able to track him down inside the 30-yard line of the Polar Bears. Big play by Richard. 54 yards on the carry. Evans with the quick reception. No gain on the play. Going to bring up 2nd and 10. DeAndre Richard setting up this Falcons offense in a hurry here from the get-go. As Junie Higgs is the tailback. Trips, bunch formation on the left side of the field. That's Higgs. He cuts it back over the 25. Still on his feet. Breaks a tackle. 10-5. Touchdown. Falcons. 26 yards to the house. Goes Higgs. Just like that, the Falcons strike quickly. Jackson Faulkner on for the point after. Kick is blocked at the line. No good. Great job by the Polar Bears front. 10:06 to go here in the first. It's Fitch 6, Jackson nothing. Back after this on YSN. Welcome back to Greenwood Chevrolet Falcon Stadium here in Austintown. 6-0 behind two explosive plays for Austintown Fitch. DeAndre Richard, 54-yard carry on the second play of the game. And Junie Higgs able to take it in from 26 to put the Falcons on top early here, 6-0. Chris Sigler here with you tonight on a beautiful night, 60 degrees at kickoff here, week 2. Little cool for Labor Day weekend. That is for sure. Faulkner set to kick it away. That ball's on the ground, taken by the up back. That's Gino Szymanski. He's going to be put out of bounds. Out near the 30, at the 32-yard line where the Polar Bears will take over 1st and 10. They're going to spot him at the 30. Carter Muleman going to line up at quarterback. Empty set. 4 wide receivers for the Polar Bears. Lucas Eckerman is dressed and on the sidelines tonight. Chase Maurer back into the backfield. He gets the handoff over the right side across the 31. Lunges for the 32. Short gain on 1st down. Muleman on 2nd down in the gun. He drops back, looks. Micah Regenbolt, gain of 4 on 2nd down, going to bring up 3rd and a long 4. Chase Maurer in the backfield. 4 wideouts, trips to Muleman's left. Flushed out of the pocket along the sideline, looks in front of him, got his running back along the sideline. Minimal gain on the play. Going to bring up 4th down and 2. Chase Maurer on the reception. And the punt team headed out onto the field for the Polar Bears. Vonzo Tate, the 3rd, and Junie Higgs back to receive the punt. The kicker, Missouri, drops it, able to get it away. Nice kick. Higgs fields it at his 22. He eludes 2 tackles, still on the run, out over the 30, cuts it back across the 35 where he's brought down at the 36-yard line. Good field position right now for the Falcons. Where Austintown Fitch will take over 1st and 10 with 8:37 to go here in the first quarter. They'll spot the ball at the 38. Higgs will line up alongside Gallagher in the backfield. That was Evans in motion. Gallagher looking under pressure. Ball on the turf. Still alive. Polar Bears say they have it. And the signal is they do. Big turnover right there for the Jackson Polar Bears as they're going to start out in Falcon territory at the 31-yard line. And the second possession for the Polar Bears, as there's some juice now on this sideline after a 3-and-out on their first possession. As they get to Gallagher, force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 33 of the Falcons. Empty set, 5 receivers now for Muleman. Muleman drops back, looks. Reginbull was the near side receiver, and it's over his head and out of bounds. 2nd and 10 coming up. Just 12 teams make the playoffs now in the OHSAA football season, down from 16 a year ago. Top 4 will receive a bye, so every week now more important for these teams. A little easier when there was 16 teams to make it. Now it's down to 12. That's where the coaches wanted it, and that's where we're going to be this year. 2nd and 10 with 8:22 to go here in the first quarter. Change of the play as Chase Maurer now in the backfield. Delayed handoff to Maurer, and he's out over the 30, crosses the 25, and tackled from behind near the 20-yard line. Good enough for a Polar Bear first down. Great job by that offensive line up front to create that hole for the senior running back. Two touchdowns a week ago for Maurer, 78-yard scamper. He can get to the house in a hurry. 1st and 10, Jackson at the Fitch 20. Trips to Muleman's right. Fakes the give, inside, tipped at the line of scrimmage as he had his receiver, Max Cowles, over the middle, wide open. Good job by that defensive front for Fitch to get a hand on it. Going to bring up 2nd down. Cowles and Reginbull to Muleman's right. Give is to Maurer on the ground. He's still loose, crosses the 10, and he's going to be knocked to the ground at the 8-yard line. Good enough for another Polar Bear first down. The Polar Bears looking to answer off that turnover, in a hurry to get to the line of scrimmage and set. Playing with a little bit of tempo here. Maurer across the middle, fights his way down to the 6. DeMar Rogers in on the stop for the Falcons. The Polar Bears playing with some momentum now. 2nd and goal from the 6. Jacobs, the intended receiver, in the corner. He goes up and knocked away. Great defensive play. Devonzo Tate the third with the pass breakup. Great job by the defender as Jacobs went up to get it. Couldn't come down with it, and a 3rd and goal situation coming up. That was a great ball thrown by Muleman to his receiver. He had one-on-one on the left side. Tate the third made a better play. Third and goal. Muleman with time. He looks. He's got Rocco Norch in the corner over his head and out of bounds. And a 4th and goal situation coming up, and the field goal unit trots out on the field. Good stand by this Fitch defense following the turnover. Cooper, Missouri, out on to attempt the 24-yard field goal. Alex Height, the holder. Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up, and it is good. 6:34 to go here in the first. It's Austintown Fitch 6, Jackson 3. We'll be back after this on YSN. Welcome back. Following the turnover, Jackson 24-yard field goal by Missouri makes it 6-3 Austintown Fitch with 6:34 to go here in the first. The Polar Bear defense caused the turnover, and the Falcons defense itself held strong to hold the Polar Bears to 3. Altair Iluno will take that kickoff for a touchback. The Falcons will start 1st and 10 at their own 20. Let's see what this offense can do following that turnover. DeAndre Richard back on the field. Big 54-yard carry early on in the quarter. First and 10 at the 20. That's Reed in motion. Richard, the handoff, bounces it outside, stretched out. He's out loose over the 25. Driven out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. Big pickup of 15 on first down. Good start for this offense following that last possession. First and 10 from their own 35. Motion man is Evans. Fakes the handoff. Richard still on the loose. Out across the 50. Knocked out of bounds at the Polar Bear 40. Another big gain on first down. 25 yards on the carry. And a Falcon first down in Polar Bear territory. Showing why he is arguably the best running back in the area this year. DeAndre Richard taking it into his own hands. Evans with the quick pass along the outside, and that's smothered by this Polar Bear defense. Jacobs there on the stop. Cowell's in there as well. 2nd and 10 coming up, as we're under 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Gallagher in the gun, fakes the handoff, quick out, Evans. He has room, crosses the 35, knocked out of bounds at the 33-yard line. Pickup of 5 on second down, going to set up 3rd and 5. Good play right there to get that yardage back, basically the equivalent of a run play. Going to make it 3rd and 4 as they spot the ball at the 32. What could be 2 down territory right now for Austintown Fitch. And a timeout called by the Fitch sideline with 5:23 remaining in the first. We'll take it with them back after this. Welcome back. 3rd and 4 at the Jackson 32. That's Porch in motion as he resets. Handoff, Richard cuts it up. Still on the loose. He's tough to bring down. Still on his feet. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Falcons. 32 yards on the carry. DeAndre Richard proves it's going to take a host of Polar Bears to bring him down as they increase this lead 12-3. Faulkner on for the point after. Hold is down, kick is up, and it is true. 5:12 remaining here in the first quarter. It's Austintown Fitch 13, Jackson 3. Back after this on YSN. Welcome back to Austintown. DeAndre Richard stealing the show here in the first quarter as he had carries of 15, 24, and 32 on that last drive to make it 13-3 Falcons with 5:12 to go here in the first quarter. Chris Sigler here with you tonight on a beautiful night for football in Northeast Ohio. Another squib kick taken by an up back as he falls to the turf at the 29-yard line where the Polar Bears will take over 1st and 10. Falcons defense done a great job so far, 3 and out on the Polar Bears' first drive, and was able to hold Jackson to a 24-yard field goal after a turnover. Held this offense just to 19 yards on that second drive. First and 10, Polar Bears at their own 30. Mowers the give as he crosses the 30 out over the 35. Tracked down at the 39. Good 9-yard pickup on first down. DeMar Rogers in on the stop. Dylan Crone in there as well. 2nd and short for Jackson. Maurer gets the handoff again as he weasels his way out across the 40 to the 41, and a Polar Bear first down. Pair of running backs in this game. DeAndre Richard and Chase Maurer. Two guys, we're going to say their names a lot. We already have with DeAndre Richard. 1st and 10, Polar Bears at their own 42. Trips to Muleman's right. He drops back in an empty set. Off his back foot over the middle. And nobody there. Max Cowles, the intended receiver, had space, but that ball well underthrown. 2nd and 10 coming up. Clock is stopped with 3:56 to go here in the first quarter. Jackson without their 4-year starter at quarterback, Lucas Eckerman. As he suffered an injury at practice, didn't play last week. Carter Muleman took charge at the quarterback position and did a fine job as he gets the start again tonight. 6'5" junior here on 2nd down. That's Maurer in the backfield with him. Muleman steps up in the pocket, chased out, and he's going to be chased down and dropped. DeMar Rogers bringing the heat and bringing the quarterback down. Loss of 5 on the play. 3rd and 15 coming up. DeMar Rogers having himself a night so far here in the first quarter. Four receivers for Muleman. Draw play. As Maurer still on the loose as he crosses the 40, knocked out of bounds near the original line of scrimmage by Devonzo Tate III, and a punting situation coming up for the Polar Bears. Junie Higgs set to receive the punt from Cooper, Missouri, as Higgs stands at his own 25-yard line. Good kick again by Missouri. Higgs fields it at the 20, dances, and the Polar Bears are all over him there as a penalty flag comes flying in. First laundry we've seen so far tonight. The initial signal is going to be a block in the back by the Falcons. This Polar Bear team came flying in tonight. A lot of momentum. Big win over Chardon a week ago. Fresh off a Federal League championship last year. Trying to ride this wave of success here into Austintown. And they'll back the Falcons up to their 13. Well, they'll take over 1st and 10. Handoff inside. That was Higgs on the carry. Gain of about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up as we go under 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. That's Fitzgerald in motion. Gallagher, little dump pass out across the 20-yard line. Iluno there on the reception. We have a penalty marker on the field, and an illegal man downfield is the call. That'll nullify that short gain. Back him up. To the 11-yard line. Make it to 10. Going to bring up 2nd and 13. That's Higgs in the backfield alongside Callagher. And another timeout called by Fitch. Their second timeout here in the first quarter. 1:27 to go. We'll be back after this. 1:27 to go here in the first. Fitch with a 13-3 lead over Jackson. And a second down and 13 coming up from their own 10. Higgs inside handoff, and he has running room. He crosses the 20 out over the 25. Taken down at the 26-yard line. Big gain of 17 on the play and a Falcon first down. Now Fitch going to play with some tempo. 5 wideouts now in an empty set. Quarterback draw. Callagher straight up the gut as he crosses the 40. Brought down across the 50 at the 49-yard line. And another Fitch first down. Jackson Baker with the stop. And all of a sudden the Falcons are quickly moving down the field. And a polar bear shaken up near the Jackson sideline. As they'll take a look at the injury, we'll step aside back after this. Injured player able to get up on his own power. Jack Gallucci headed to the sideline. Going to bring up first down and 10 for the Falcons at the polar bear 49. Give is to Wayne Holiday as he crosses the 40 out to the 30-yard line, and another big chunk play by Fitch and a first down. Gain of 18 on the carry. That was actually a pitch and catch as an overhand throw from Callagher to Holloway, as he'll get the credit for the stats. Callagher, quarterback draw out over the 30, brought down at the 26 on first down. Going to bring up second and 5. 24 seconds and counting to go here in the first quarter. And it looks like Coach TJ Parker is going to be content to let this first quarter clock run down. And the Falcons will take a 13-3 lead to the second quarter. Falcons up by 10. We'll be back for quarter number 2 after this. Welcome back. Second quarter getting underway here as the Falcons 13-3 lead over the Polar Bears. DeAndre Richard gets the first handoff of the second quarter, and he hit hard out of bounds near the 16-yard line. And a pickup that's going to give the Falcons another first down. And a drive that started all the way back inside the 20-yard line, backed up by penalties to the 10, and the Falcons have been on the move ever since. Chris Sigler here with you tonight. DeAndre Richard has made this Polar Bears defense really pay the price. First and 10 at the 17. Richard breaking through 2 tackles, gets taken down at the 12-yard line. 5-yard pickup on that carry. Richard proved in his touchdown run in the first quarter it's going to take more than 1 or 2 defenders to bring him to the turf. Second and 5 at the Polar Bear 12-yard line. Callagher in the gun with Richard as the tailback. Give is to Richard over the right side. Penalty flag comes flying in as he's dropped at the 10. And a holding call on the Falcons. They're going to back him up to the 27-yard line. Much needed break for this Polar Bears defense as they're being shredded on the ground right now by Richard. 2nd and 24 for the Falcons. They're going to get 5 of it back by this Polar Bear front, offsides. Make it 2nd and 10. Junie Higgs back on the field. He went for 6 in that first quarter as well. Fake the handoff. Evans on the button hook as he's out over the 10. Fights through a tackle. Still alive towards the goal line. Wait for the signal, and he's in. Touchdown, Falcons. The penalty marker goes flying in on the play. Face mask on Jackson is the call. Result of the play, a touchdown for the Falcons. Great play call by this offense as they've been on the ground for the most part of the night. And Evans with the 17-yard touchdown reception. Evans with the hold. Faulkner with the kick. And it is good. 10:05 to go here in the second quarter. It's Austintown Fitch 20, Jackson 3. Back after this on your sports network. Colin Callagher to Brady Evans, 17-yard hookup. And the point after makes it 20-3 Fitch with 10:05 to go here until halftime. Chris Sigler here with you tonight on a cool, crisp Labor Day weekend, week 2 of the high school football season. And the Falcons will tee it up from the Polar Bear 45-yard line after they marked off the penalty. Onside kick, and why not? As we're going to get the Falcons with an illegal procedure here on the kick. Let's see what the Polar Bears elect to do here. They may just take the ball at the 31. Polar Bear team that needs a spark offensively as this Fitch defense has really stepped up to the challenge tonight. Looks like they've elected to tack on the 5 at the end of the kick. And Jackson will take over at their own 36-yard line. And a change of quarterback. As a sophomore, Anthony Carsey on the field now for Jackson. Give to Maurer. Old Reliable out across the 40 to the 41. Good pickup on first down, gain of 5. And right now this Jackson team just needs to stay on schedule. Make these play calls manageable as we're under 10 minutes to go until halftime. Anthony Carsey, 5'9", sophomore. He gets the snap. Give Maurer. Good move at the 40-yard line. Eludes a tackler. And great stiff arm at the 50. Taken out of bounds near the Fitch 45. Good pickup on second down. And a Polar Bear 1st and 10. Gain of 15 on the play. And it looks like Maurer was shaken up on the tackle as he goes to the sideline. Carsey rolls right, looks downfield. He's got pressure, and he's brought down. Dylan Crone chases him down and is able to come away with the big sack in Polar Bear territory. Loss of 6 on the play. Second and 16 coming up for the Polar Bears. Quick out. That's Rocco Norch, and he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Marky Fitzgerald on the stop. This Falcon defense flying all over the football field here in the first half. And a 3rd and long situation coming up for this Polar Bear offense with the sophomore quarterback on the field. And a timeout, Jackson. 7:17 to go here until halftime. We'll take it with them back after this on YSN. 3rd and long now for Jackson out of the timeout. Coursey steps up in the pocket, and he's going to be tripped up by guess who? DeMar Rogers up front gets another tackle to his credit, and a punting situation coming up for Jackson. Rogers really playing havoc with this Polar Bear offense here in the first half. Junie Higgs awaits the kick at his own 15. Good looking kick by Missouri. Fair catch called for by Higgs, and the Falcons will take over 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll have 6:27 to go here until halftime to try to increase this lead. Don't forget, get all the scores in the area tonight. YSN Live /scores. As they're updated live all evening long to keep you updated about what's going on in the area. First and 10 Falcons at their own 16. Quick out pattern. That's Holloway along the far sideline, and he turns the Jets on across the 50. Daylight in front of him. Nobody going to catch him as he's caught, as I say that, on the backside. Kyrie Tyler came out of nowhere to make the game-saving tackle as he's brought down at the 2-yard line. Huge play right there. $82 yards on the reception. That's Higgs, direct snap, corner of the end zone, touchdown, Falcons. This Fitch offense has come alive tonight. Faulkner on for another point after. Wayne Holloway on a great play to set them up at the 2-yard line. Kick is up, and it is good. 5:52 to go until halftime. It's all Fitch, 27-3. Back after this on YSN. 27-3 is the score. Fitch, 2 plays. It took him to go 84 yards and add 7 more on the scoreboard. Ball on the turf one more time. Muff still alive. Picked up. And in high school football, you cannot advance it. Barnett. Mike M. Barnett there to pick it up. And the Falcons in business one more time in Jackson territory. They'll spot the ball at the 36. Great opportunity right now for this Falcons offense. Make it the 31-yard line. DeAndre Richard back on the field behind his quarterback, Callagher. He'll get the handoff. Cuts it up. Hit hard right at that 30-yard line. Alex Height in on the stop for Jackson. 2nd and 10 coming up with 5:28 to go until halftime. Coach TJ Parker and company looking to get win number 1 here in this 2025 campaign. Fake over the middle and just off the hands of intended receiver Iluno. Penalty flag on the field as the defender may have a hold of the intended receiver too soon. And indeed he did, as they're going to march it off down inside Polar Bear territory to the 16. Pass interference is the call. They'll mark it at the 16 with 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Gallagher fakes. Corner of the end zone. Looks for his receiver, Evans. Too far. 2nd down coming up. Great spot right there to try that on 1st down. Had his receiver, Evans, who already has a touchdown to his credit tonight. Canfield up 21-14 over Walnut Ridge. That's in the second quarter. Lake 21, Boardman 7. That's a second quarter score as well. South Range all over Salem, 28-0 in the second quarter. Second down, delayed handoff. That's Richard up the gut, still moving, churning inside the 5, down inside the 2 as a penalty marker comes in. As it took a host of defenders to bring Richard to the turf, as it has all night long. And a face mask called on Jackson. An injured polar bear on the field. As Corey Jacobs slow to get up. Up to his feet now. Good to see by Jacobs, able to walk to the sideline. As Fitch sets up inside the 1. Junie Higgs lines up in the backfield. Direct snap, Higgs up across the middle, crosses the goal line untouched. 6 more for the Falcons. Fitch running away with it here in the second quarter. Faulkner on again for the point after. Evans with the hold. Kick is up. And it is good. The Falcons go 31 yards after the muff kickoff. Make it 34-3 following the Higgs 1-yard touchdown run. 4:39 to go until halftime. Back after this on YSN. Welcome back to Austintown. 4:39 to go until halftime. All Fitch here in the second quarter. 34-3 over Jackson. Chris Sigler here with you tonight. As the Falcons have reeled off 21 unanswered here in quarter number 2. Another kick on the ground covered up by Jackson, and they'll start at their own 25. This Jackson offense has really struggled all night long. Quarterback change, Anthony Corsi on at quarterback. Chase Maurer exited in that second quarter with a shoulder injury. Niall Schmidt now on at tailback. 1st and 10 Polar Bears. Schmidt, handoff, ball on the ground. Falcons are there. And it looks like Jackson able to cover it up and keep possession. Zachary Mendel there to keep the possession for Jackson. Just a nightmare situation unfolding here for the Polar Bears on offense. Ty Jackson, the junior, now in at tailback. The Polar Bears without Lucas Eckerman for the second week in a row, the 4-year starting quarterback. Handoff up the middle. Goes Jackson, minimal carry on the carry. Dylan Crone in on the stop. 3rd and 8 coming up. Dorsey in the gun, drops back quickly. Jackson out of the backfield, and he's going to be wrapped up at the 30-yard line after a short gain. The Polar Bears will kick it away one more time. Higgs back one more time to receive the punt. The clock moving at 2:35 to go in the second quarter. Missouri's kick away. Nice kick as it bounces inside the 40. Takes a Polar Bear bounce and roll and will come to rest at the Falcon 22-yard line, where they'll take over 1st and 10. Hubbard crossing over into Pennsylvania. They're tied at 14 with Wilmington at the half. Poland 28, East 6. That's in the second quarter. Ursuline pitching a shutout after the big win last week at Steubenville, 27-0 over Bishop Hartley, as they had 21 unanswered within a span of 3 minutes. United leads Mineral Ridge late in the first half, 7-3. 1st and 10, Falcons. Timeout called on the field with 2:13 to go until halftime. Back after this. All Fitch here in the second quarter, 34-3 lead over Jackson. Chris Sigler here with you tonight. Coach TJ Parker's defense has come to play, and his offense has responded as well with 34 first half points. First down, Falcons at their own 21. Gallagher looks over the middle, has his man. That's Brady Evans, as he's hit hard at the 26, make it the 27. Pickup of 6 on first down. The Falcons will hurry to the line of scrimmage. Under 2 minutes to go. Luno, the wideout to his quarterback's right. That's Higgs in the backfield. Luno, intended receiver, good slant pattern over the middle as he's hit on the run. Tackled at the 37. Falcons first down. Good timing route right there. Great pass by Gallagher. That's Richard out in space with the quick toss as he's going to be brought down, and a horse collar tackle will be the call with that flag coming in. McDonald all over Columbiana in their first half, 41-0. That personal foul is going to march it out all the way to the Jackson 47-yard line, 1:21 to go and running. Quick whistle by the official stops the clock. We're set for play. 1st and 10 at the Jackson 47. Richard in the backfield. Fake the handoff. Gallagher looks deep. Iluno underthrown. Penalty marker on the field is going to go against Jackson, as we're going to get a holding call by the Polar Bear secondary. Iluno had a step. Ball slightly underthrown. He's going to be the benefactor of the hold. Alex Height was the man in coverage. Ball spotted at the Polar Bear 37. 1st and 10 Falcons. Callagher drops back over the middle. Aluno one more time. Great defensive play that time. Jackson Baker breaks it up. Second and 10 now for Fitch. Richard, he gets the give up the gut, breaks through 2 tackles, drags a couple defenders, still on his feet. Down inside the 20 to the 17-yard line. Richard 20 on that carry and a first down. Empty set now, under a minute to go for Fitch at the Polar Bears 17. Quarterback draw. Callagher fights his way to the 12 as a marker comes flying in. And a holding call against the Falcons. Really, the only thing that's backed up this Fitch offense has been themselves. Fitch is going to take their last time out here of the first half with 47 seconds to go. We'll take it with them back to Austintown after this. 47 seconds to go until halftime. Austintown Fitch looking to add more here before they head to the locker room. 1st and 16 now for this Falcons offense. Ball marked at the Jackson 23. Junie Higgs back in the backfield. Callagher looking his way. Wheel route along the sideline. Touchdown, Falcons. 23 yards on the hookup. And it's 40-3. Callagher's second touchdown of the first half. Faulkner's kick is good. 41-3 Fitch over Jackson. Back after this. Callagher to Higgs, 23 yards. Makes it 41-3 Fitch. 31 points scored by this Fitch offense here in the second quarter. Faulkner's kick on the turf. Picked up. That's Rocco Norch as he's out over to the 45-yard line. And a running clock situation now here in the first half. 33 seconds remaining. Polar Bears are going to line up at their own 45-yard line, and they're going to be looking to take a knee. And that's what they do as we head to halftime. 31 points scored in that second quarter by this Fitch offense. 41-3 Falcons at the half. Back for the second half after this on YSN. Welcome back to Austintown. 41-3, the Falcons over the Polar Bears of Jackson. Here as we're ready to get started here in the third quarter. Chris Sigler here with you tonight. Junie Higgs, 3 touchdowns in that first half, 2 on the ground, 1 on the receiving end. He led the way for the scoring for the Falcons. DeAndre Richard had himself a big first half on the ground as well for Fitch. The story of that first half was this Falcons defense really smothered the Polar Bears since early on in that first quarter, held them to 3 points. A 24-yard field goal is all they have to show for it. And they're getting set to receive the second half kickoff. Micah Regenball and Max Cowles back deep for Jackson. Running clock situation here to start the second half as Faulkner about to kick it away to get it started. And like many of the first half kickoffs, that's on the ground, picked up off the ground by Szymanski. He's still on his feet, brought down inside the 25 at the 24-yard line. This Jackson team came in flying high, win last week against Chardon. Fresh off a Federal League championship from a year ago. Team that graduated 41 seniors last year. Looking for an answer here in the second half, just trying to get on the right track. Sophomore Anthony Corsi inserted in that quarterback position in the second quarter as he trots back out there to lead his team. Niall Schmidt joins him in the backfield. Schmidt gets the first handoff of the second half, and he's met right away in the hole. Brought down at the 25, gain of a yard. Lake 35, Boardman 14 in the third quarter. Ursuline 34-0 lead over Columbus Bishop Hartley in the third quarter. 2nd and 9. Corsi's pass to the outside complete. That's Szymanski along the far sideline. Pushed out of bounds near the 30. Give him the 31. 3rd and 4 coming up. Third down, Corsi rolls, has a man, good pitch and catch on the near sideline as he hits his receiver, Rocco Norch, and a first down for the Polar Bears. United tacks on a third quarter touchdown, 14-3 lead for the Eagles over Mineral Ridge in the third quarter. Crestview 28, Lakeview 7. That's in the fourth quarter. 1st and 10. Corsi on the run. Ill-advised pass. Almost picked off. Isaiah Porch nearly came away with the interception. Girard had themselves a first half 63-6 lead over Lakeside. Cheney on top of Struthers in the second half, 27-6. 2nd and 10. Corsi in the gun, Schmidt alongside. Schmidt, he gets the handoff He fights his way for a short gain on second down. Nespeka in on the stop. John Vaughn in there as well for the Falcons. Third and a long 7 now for the Polar Bears at their own 44. Corsi, screen pass, in and out of the hands of his intended receiver, Regenball. And another Polar Bear punt coming up. Junie Higgs, as he's done all night long, set to receive this kick as he awaits at his own 25. Another nice kick by Missouri. Fair catch signaled. He's going to let it bounce as it rolls down near the 10-yard line, down at the 11, where the Falcons will take over in their own territory. Liberty having a great start to their season, 35-0 lead over Niles in the third quarter. (35-6) Poland at the half over East. Colin Callagher back out on the field with Richard as his sidecar. Richard gets the handoff straight up the gut, fights through 2 tackles, and a host of Polar Bears bring him down at the 15. Second and 6 now coming up for the Falcons, taking their time. 6 minutes to go here in the third and a running clock. Counter. Richard up the middle, fighting his way towards that first down marker. He's going to have 8 yards on that carry and another Falcon first down. It was TJ Parker and company. Going to get their first win here in week 2 of the season. An injured Falcon on the field. We'll step aside as they tend to him. Back to Austintown after this. Welcome back to Austintown. 5:35 to go here in the third. 41-3 Falcon lead over the Jackson Polar Bears. Chris Ziegler here with you tonight on a cool, crisp Labor Day weekend. Unseasonably cool for week 2. First and 10 at the Falcon 24-yard line. Pitch and catch on the outside. Evans keeps his balance, but he's going to be taken back for a loss. Back to the 22-yard line. Good pursuit by this Polar Bear defense. Reese Myers out there helping bring down the speedy wide receiver who had a touchdown in that first half. Good one in Canfield. It's the Cardinals 27, Walnut Ridge 20 in the third quarter. Campbell Memorial looking for their first win. 14-0 Red Devils up in Ashtabula taking on St. John. Gallagher's fat pass over the middle just beyond his receiver, Isaiah Porch. 3rd and 11 coming up. Geneva 56, Howland 7. That was a halftime score. 21-13 Louisville over Alliance in the third quarter. (35-7) South Range ahead of Salem in the second half. Third down. Gallagher looks, has time. Down the sideline, bobbled. And Iluno couldn't come down with it. Late flag comes flying in. It's going to cost Fitch. Unsportsmanlike against the Falcons. Booker Newberry, the guilty party there. Zone mark it off 15. Jackson's going to get their best starting field position since an early turnover by the Falcons in that first quarter. Led to a Polar Bear field goal. That's height. Fair catch inside the 40 at the 38, where the Polar Bears will take over 1st and 10 when we come back. 2:09 to go here in the third. Polar Bears take over at the Fitch 38. Corsi rolls right along the sideline, has his man inside the 20-yard line. Goes Rocco Norch. First down for the Polar Bears at the Falcon 18. Good looking pass by the sophomore on first down. Handoff, Ty Jackson still on his feet. Fights his way down to the 10. Pickup of 9 on first down. Lake adds another touchdown, 41-14 over Boardman with 4.5 to go in the third. Corsi looks, time over the middle and through the hands of the defender, Iluno. Nearly picked off near the goal line. Third and short coming up. Good one at LeBray as Pymatuning Valley with a 22-18 lead in the third quarter. ysnlive.com/scores for all your scores tonight. Updated live throughout the evening. Handoff goes inside. That's Ty Jackson one more time on the ground near the first down marker. 4th and less than a yard coming up. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. 41-3, all Falcons tonight. Back for the fourth after this on YSN. Fourth quarter time here at Fitch. All Falcons 41-3. Chris Sigler here with you tonight from Austintown. That's Coach TJ Parker and company going to get win number 1 here in week number 2. There's only 12 teams make the playoffs, so every win is key. Top 4 in each region get a bye in that first round. They'll wind the clock. First and goal from the 9. And a timeout. Austintown Fitch. We'll take it with them. Back to Austintown after this. Following the timeout, first and goal at the 9. Corsi looks, fires to the corner of the end zone. Off his intended receiver, Gino Sismanski. He had him in the corner open, couldn't connect. Second down coming up. United adds another score, 21-3 Eagles over Mineral Ridge. That's in the third quarter. Hubbard over in Pennsylvania, all knotted at 21 with Wilmington with 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Second and goal from the 9. Handoff straight up the gut. Goes Ty Jackson still alive down inside the 5. Tripped up at the 4. And the Polar Bears looking to get one across here in the fourth quarter. Quickly to the line of scrimmage they go. Third and goal. Jackson one more time. He's going to be brought down around the 2. Ten and a half to go here in the fourth. The Polar Bears, fourth and goal coming up. Jackson in the backfield with Corsi. This Fitch defense trying to hold tight. Fade pattern, and Szymanski just runs out of room along the sidelines. And the Falcons defense one more time stands strong, and a turnover on downs, and they'll take it over at their own 3-yard line. We approach 10 minutes to go here in the fourth and a running clock. Landon Masterson now on the field at running back, gets the carry. Sophomore Kevin Sackerman now in at quarterback. Second and 10. Masterson gets the handoff again, and he's met right at that line of scrimmage. May have lost a yard on that carry. And Fitch in the shadows of their own goalpost right now. Ball marked inside their own 2. Falcons are going to hit the road next week at Erie, as they're going to cross the state line for a week 3 matchup. Masterson dances. That's actually Barnett, who danced his way out of danger in the end zone. Makes it back out to the 4-yard line. The Falcons will punt it away. This Polar Bear defense had him wrapped up in the end zone, had a safety in their sights. But Makeem Barnett fought his way out of danger and allows this Falcon team to punt it away with 7:45 to go. Matthews 28, Letonia 25 in the third quarter. That's Faulkner's punt, fielded inside the 40. Polar Bears will take over in Falcon territory as Alex Height returns it to the Falcon 36-yard line, where Jackson will take over first and 10. McDonald 41, Columbiana 7. That's a final. Blue Devil offense shows up tonight. 1st and 10. Handoff goes to Schmidt inside, and he's hit and wrapped up right away. Mecky DeMaine on the stop. Polar Bears once again tonight without Lucas Eckerman, their 4-year starting quarterback, who led them to a Federal League title last season. 2nd and 10, Polar Bears. Corsi, screen pass behind his intended receiver, Schmidt, really close to a backwards pass, and they're going to say it's incomplete as Schmidt just couldn't haul it in. 3rd and 10 coming up. South Range tacks another one on, 42-14 over Salem late in the 3rd quarter. Lake, 48-14 lead over Boardman as they're set to start quarter number 4. Third and 10, Corsi looks right, looks left, ball knocked out of his hands, and it's on the field, and Fitch falls on it. And they're going to get another possession. Bree Bunch Jr. comes up with the fumble recovery. And all night long, this Fitch defense has came to play. And one more time, they make another play happen. They'll take over at the Jackson 49. Zackerman still in at quarterback. Landon Masterson, the tailback. Masterson quickly over the right side to the 45 where he's dropped. Landon McCoy in on the stop. 5 minutes to go. Second and 7. Handoff to Masterson again, follows his blockers down to about the 42. Canfield adds a 4th quarter touchdown, 35-20 over Walnut Ridge. That's in the 4th quarter. Jackson Milton with a 20-0 lead over Newton Falls in the 4th quarter. Mikeem Barnett on the field now, and he gets the handoff. And he's met right away at that 41-yard line. They're going to give him maybe a yard on the carry. Fourth and about 4 now for this Falcons offense, as they're going to keep the offense on the field with 3:22 and counting here in the 4th. Jackson's going to try to regroup as they have St. Francis from New York and a home date next week. Saka Men's pass falls short of his intended receiver, and Jackson will take over on downs at their own 41-yard line when we come back. Anthony Corsi still on the field. Hands off to his running back. That's Ty Jackson, who spins his way out to the 45-yard line. Tall task for the sophomore quarterback, Corsi. Inserted in the game into the second quarter against this stout Fitch defense. Second and 7. That's Jackson one more time on the carry. Takes it out to the 48. Under 2 minutes we go. Corsi looks left, looks right, rolls right, down the sideline, through a defender's hands. Nearly picked off on that far sideline. And the offense for the Polar Bears will stay on the field with a minute to go. Corsi across the middle. He hooks up, has his receiver. Rex Salioa on the completion into Falcon territory down to the 37. First down, Polar Bears, 20 seconds to go. Could be the last play of the game. Corsi rolls left, fires. Complete. Russell Walker down to the 31-yard line. And that indeed is going to do it. A big second quarter for this Falcons team as they took a 41-3 lead into the locker room at halftime, and that's where we stand as the Falcons put one in the win column. First one of the year in 2025, 41-3 over the Jackson Polar Bears. The Polar Bears followed a 1-1. They head home to take on St. Francis of New York next week. The Falcons improved to 1-1. Next up for TJ Parker and company, a road trip to Erie next Friday night. 41-3 is your final here from Austintown. For everybody at YSN, this is Chris Sigler saying so long and have a great evening.
YSN thanks you for watching this presentation of your sports network. For stories, stats, and more, go to YSN Live.